So, welcome everyone. This is Spring into Health Coaching, and my name's Kevin Rogerson. I am a certified health coach with OPTAVIA, and I am super passionate. Oh, and apparently Siri's trying to talk to me. So I'm super passionate about health coaching, and I wanted to hop on here and share with you guys tonight part of my story. Just talking a minute or two because I want some people to have time to hop in if they are trying to jump into the Zoom room right now. But I do have a slideshow I'm going to share and really just share part of my story, but also kind of the beautiful things that we have with OPTAVIA. And we have this amazing company that we get to partner with as health coaches. And I'm going to share some of that and give some credibility to what we do, but also really just share from my heart about health coaching and how it's really helped me and changed my whole life. So, super excited for you guys to be on tonight. I know Tuesday nights are not always easy for everyone, but I did want to share this opportunity with you all. So I'm going to pull my PowerPoint up and we're going to dive in and get started. Hopefully this should be around 25, 30 minutes. So not going to take your whole night up, but I definitely wanted to give people opportunity to hop on and say hello. So here's a slideshow. We're going to talk about springing into health coaching. So first of all, this is our story. This is my wife and I. Once again, Kevin and Kelly Rogerson. We're independent certified OPTAVIA health coaches. And just a little bit of backstory on us. I'm a registered nurse. I worked for 7 years in the trauma surgical ICU before I came home full-time in 2017, April of 2017, to be a full-time health coach. And praise God, here we are almost 3 years later, and I will be full-time completely for the last 3 years when that date passes. My wife also did our program, obviously, but her name's Kelly. She's a dental hygienist. Over 15 years of experience now, just does fill in. So she's been blessed also through health coaching that she no longer has to work a full-time job either. We have 3 amazing children, and we're getting ready to have a new puppy, and you can see the pictures of them. So we're super busy, right? So, if you're a busy person, you drop a 1 in the chat, let me know. If you're not, we might need to convene after this and get some secrets on how to not be busy these days, because I think busy is just part of our world these days. But you can see my kids. They are over there. McCray, 10 years old. Stella's 8 years old. Brantley's 3. He's going to be 4 in June. And this new puppy, the combination of all that definitely keeps us on our toes. So just to kind of debunk one of the myths from the very beginning, can you be a health coach and busy? Yes. It is not very time consuming. It is something that definitely can work into the nooks and crannies of your life, and you get to bless other people's lives while you are being a mom, being a dad, working a full-time career, whatever that looks like for you. There's ways to work that in. So that's our story as far as our background. I do want to say, I'm going to stop share for a minute just to kind of tell you about me. So I did start programming in August of 2016 as far as a client goes. I started coaching basically the exact same time. So another myth to debunk really quickly is something that people, we have clients that come on and they're like, well, I think I would like to start coaching, but I don't feel like I've lost enough weight yet. Well, guess what? I had lost 0 pounds when I started health coaching, because I started health coaching the same day I became a client on program. The reason for that, for me personally, and we'll talk more about this in a little bit when we talk about the reasons people become health coaches, but for me personally, the reason I became a health coach is because I needed accountability really bad. I talked to my coach about that before I even started program, about my concerns, really fears that I was going to fail again, because I was that person that had lost 30 pounds 10 times. So this is part of my story when I tell people now, I had lost legit 300 pounds before OPTAVIA. I just gained back like 330. So I was that person. I knew I needed accountability. Coaching was what my coach told me was the best fit for that. So I dove all in from day one. So busy guy, still did coaching, working full-time nursing career, also Zero weight loss when I started coaching. I just invited people to come in and do this with me. I said, hey, I'm starting this program. Let's do it together, right? So that's my story in a nutshell, that also blossomed into this amazing like health coaching opportunity for me. And once again, started coaching in August of 2016, came home in April of 2017 full time. Now, results vary, right? And a lot of it is how much effort and how much time you put into it. That's what you get back out of it, because what we do here is build relationships with people. And the more time you pour in that, then obviously the more you're going to get back. So let's jump back into this slideshow because I want to share some more stuff with you guys. First of all, why OPTAVIA? I did a lot of research before I decided to commit to this, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys some highlights of our company, where we're going, where we've been. So what is OPTAVIA? You know, a lot of people still haven't heard about it. Basically, this is kind of a summary timeline type of thing. Medifast was founded, which is our parent company, in 1981. So we're not some fly-by-the-night pop-up, you know, in the last 5 years company. This is a company that's grounded, that's been around for a long time, all the way back to 1981. So a year after I was born, maybe after some of you guys were actually born, but a lot of you guys, this company started before you were ever born, which is crazy, right? Fast forward 2002, Take Shape for Life is when Dr. Anderson, which is our co-founder for OPTAVIA, kind of partnered with Medifast and said, hey, you guys have a great product, but what my vision for this is to bring health coaching into this, bring some education into this, bring some community to surround your clients with. So that was our goal from that point moving forward. Fast forward to 2008, Dr. Anderson published The Habits of Health 1.0, and that's really set some groundwork for us moving forward and kind of shifted us, right, from where people think we're just a diet program, and we do like amazing help people lose weight, but we've shifted now into, for sure, an opportunity to give people lifelong health, you know, and to instill these habits of health into their life. So not only do you lose the weight, but you go past that, okay? 2017, Take Shape for Life is completely rebranded into OPTAVIA, so that's who we are now. Also, just of note, in 2017, we did our second consecutive year where Forbes named us one of the 100 most trustworthy companies in America. Skip 2 more years to 2019. So last year, we were one of Fortune 100's fastest growing companies. We went into an international expansion. So yes, we can help clients overseas now, specifically right now in Hong Kong and Singapore. We are able to have clients and coach teams in those countries. And so if you know someone there, if you could connect with them, you could potentially have an international business. And that's mind-blowing to me. So pretty cool. And also Habits of Health 2.0 came out in 2019. Now, what's next? Well, we're going to keep growing. We'd love for you to join us. You know, our company looks amazing. And why is that? You know, I really wanted to find some concrete, like, why are we different? And this is pulled straight off of our parent company's website. We've redefined, you know, what direct selling looks like. A lot of people think we are sales, but we're really not, you know, because we've taken that model, that business model where you get the freedom of working from home, where you run your own business, you're your own boss, all those things that were attractive about that. But really, we've removed the sales part, and we've stepped into, we offer people a coaching service. And it tells you right here, our community of thousands of independent OPTAVIA coaches teach clients to develop holistic, healthy habits through products, clinically proven plans, and the Habits of Health transformational system. So we are providing a comprehensive support for our clients, and we are providing that service. We're not selling products. I don't have anything in my pantry that I need to turn around and sell to somebody. And once again, we'll talk more about that later in the presentation, but that's a big game changer for a lot of people that are used to doing direct sales types things. This is not direct sales in that way. You know, we might fall under that umbrella, but that's not what we do. Like, that's not who we are. And if you are that mindset that I don't want to sell anything, great. Me either. I don't have to. I provide people with a service. I partner with them and I help them reach their goals. I never sell anything with OPTAVIA, and I love that about our company. We've already talked about this, but in 2019, we expanded, went global. So we're super excited about that also. And the best is yet to come, guys. I mean, we just stepped our toe into the international market. So this is a business that is not only transforming lives in the United States of America, but has also started to expand into other countries. And that's really exciting for me. Now, what do we offer? We offer a trilogy of health. So we hit all areas, right? Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. If you're not familiar with that or what that looks like, that's what this dial over here, the circle is, right? This kind of pie chart is trying to gauge where you're at. So you could take a second if you want, rate yourself in each area. So this is how a healthy body works: a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8. Where would you rate yourself? 10's obviously perfect, and I don't really think I've ever met any 10's, but possibly that's you in healthy body. But most people have some area to grow in that, because I met a lot of people that look really healthy, but their eating habits really aren't great, right? And healthy eating is part of a healthy body. It's not just how you look, it's how you fuel your body. And then on the other side of that is, are you getting enough sleep, right? Are you relaxed? Do you have a safe and healthy work environment? Most people don't think about that when they think about healthy body. We talk about all this, and we educate and empower on all these things. Well, so what if you have a healthy body? What if you say, well, I'm probably 9 or 10. Awesome. Great. That's so awesome for you. I am excited for you. That was not me. But look down here at healthy mind. You know, what would you rate yourself on a healthy mind on a 2 to 10 scale? Maybe you feel like life's going great and you're fulfilled, but you don't have any community involvement. You don't have any spiritual time. These things matter when it comes to a healthy mind. Maybe you don't have any strong relationships, or you have very few because you don't have time for them. That's important stuff, y'all. Like, as you build to a optimal health state, all these things matter. And then last but not least, healthy finances. Maybe you're great at managing money, but maybe you have no savings. Maybe you have no abundance in your healthy finances. Those things matter when we're talking about the whole picture of health, which is what OPTAVIA is about. Yes, I've helped lots of people lose weight in the last going on 4 years now of being a health coach. But awakening people to all of these things is what my passion is, and is what keeps me on fire to help people. So this is definitely what we're about. We're about the whole trilogy of health. How do we go about helping people? Well, we've talked about it a little bit, but essentially there are 4 components, that comprehensive plan we talked about, and these are just some examples here. But to briefly kind of cover some of these, we're going to talk about the fact that you get a health coach. That's what we do. As a health coach, you empower people, you help them, you give them the tools and resources to guide them along their way. We do have a Habits of Health system. That is this here. So we have Dr. A's Habits of Health book, the Life book, and an app that you can get on your phone to help you track everything, not just what you eat and what you drink, your water and stuff like that. It actually helps you with your healthy mind, in addition to all that. And, you know, this kind of, you see right here, stop, challenge, and choose. That's the kind of things that our Habits of Health system helps with, all of that. We're plugging our clients into all of those things. We're plugging our clients into a community of support. There's several different communities, but essentially when you are a coach for OPTAVIA, there's a client support page that you are part of. You plug your clients into that client support page. Why? Well, number one, part of our job, part of what we want to do as OPTAVIA coach is to help surround our clients with a community of like-minded people that are doing the same things that they do. So it creates this safe environment that we can place our clients in and make sure they feel comfortable to be who they are in that group, even if that means that they are potentially going through some stuff. They can share in that group. They can be real. We're all going through this together, you know? That gives them an opportunity to be a part of that. In addition to that, we do a weekly webinar for our clients on Wednesday nights that we plug them into. Each Wednesday night, we just talk about a different habit of health and how they can incorporate that into their life, and basically taking the knowledge from the book but then saying, hey, this is how you apply this in real life, right? This is how you use some strategies. This is how you can make this work, not just for now while you're on this healthy weight or healthy body journey, but past that into what's next for you. And what's next is so important. And last but not least, our fueling plan. So we do provide fuelings for our clients. If you're not familiar with OPTAVIA at all, you've never heard of it really before, or you aren't a client, for instance, you don't know about this, our fuelings are amazing. So they are what we, empower our clients to step into a fueling plan that's a good fit for them depending on what their health goals are. We have several different versions. 5-in-1, which is our rapid weight loss version, is probably our most popular version by far. And what that looks like is the client is going to, buy their food from OPTAVIA for the bulk of what they're doing. So what? They're going to buy their food from the grocery store if they don't buy it from OPTAVIA. So there's no real big difference there, right? I mean, it's not like we're asking them to spend extra money. We're asking them to repurpose the money that they're already spending on food. Because I can tell you that I actually saved money doing OPTAVIA. It was crazy because once I looked at what I was spending on groceries and eating out, not even counting like going to the coffee shop or picking up a snack at Sheetz here and there or whatever, I was spending way more than what it actually cost me to be a part of OPTAVIA and purchase my fueling plan. And the truth is I would have paid 10 times that amount at this point in my life to have gained the freedoms in my life that I have now. So this is the essential pieces of our comprehensive plan. As a health coach, you're one of those pieces, right? So if you have clients, you plug them into the fueling plan that's right for them. You plug them into the community. You plug them into the Habits of Health system, and you stay connected with them. Now, that looks different, obviously, depending on, what program they're doing, where they're at in their life, all those types of things. But essentially, you're going to partner with them and make sure they have the resources and really give them like kind of just in time, like updates on their health journey. You ask them questions, figure out where they're at, figure out what obstacles they might have, figure out, what their next step is, and you plug them into the tools and resources to help them get to that next point. Why does health coaching matter? Well, I wanted to pull some stats, give you guys some real numbers. And it's not just about weight. So I wanted to talk about other things first, right? Ranking of happiness in the world. This is all the countries in the world. So in 2016, they did a ranking of happiness in countries. Who are the happiest people? Well, we're number 19 in the world. So we're not even in the top 10. And that's pretty sad because we have a pretty amazing country. But there's so many factors that play into that, like how much people work, how little vacation they get or even take, how much debt they have, which is the next thing. The average American household carries $137,000 in debt. That is a lot of money that people are carrying around, there's a saying in the Bible, and I'm not going to quote it directly, but you know what I mean, and you can look it up. But, basically whatever you're in debt to is your master. So a lot of us are slaves to debt. That's why we do what we do. That's why we pick up extra shifts, or that's why we keep doing the job that we're doing right now, because we're so scared to death that if we make a change or we step out and do something different, then we're not going to have the money to repay these debts that we carry. So true freedom is all encompassing, but it definitely is healthy finances as well. So let's talk about this too. Only 40% of Americans take at least one vacation per year. I used to be in that, by the way, when I was a nurse, working 3 and 4 12-hour shifts a week as a full-time working nurse. Not only did I never know if I was actually going to get approved for my vacation time because we were constantly short-staffed, but I also only ever took one vacation a year because of the way things fell, and being able to, coordinate all that with my kids, being at school or whatever, my wife being able to take off work too, because she only got a week of vacation every year. So it was always juggling all those balls because we just don't have freedom. you know, in the land of the free, we don't have freedom. It's just the truth. The number one hobby in America, y'all, is watching TV. Man, that sounds fun, right? And I mean, I'm not knocking like TV. So, but to me, it's kind of sad, right? And a lot of the reasons that is the number one hobby is we're trying to escape. We're trying to escape this life where we're stressed out all the time. We're busy all the time. So when we do get a free moment, it's spent on devices, watching things, or TV. And it's just insane, y'all. Like back to the beginning, for instance, where we were talking about, you know, this kind of myth that like people think I don't have time to coach. I looked up because I wanted to know how much time the average American spends on social media a day. It is 2 hours and 22 minutes a day on social media. You know how many clients I can coach in 2 hours and 22 minutes a day? More than I'm coaching right now. I can tell you that. And not that you would spend all that time, but I'm just saying, like, you have the time, people. So just go ahead and remove that, like, fear or that skepticism from your mind. Don't let that hold you back, okay? Now let's move into health things, right? Your physical health. Prevalence of obesity, 40% among young adults 20 to 39 years of age. 44.8% among middle-aged adults 40 to 59. I'm getting ready to be there, 40, the big 40 in August. And I was going to be part of that statistic, but I won't now. Praise God. It's not going to happen. And then 42.8% among older adults age 60 and older. Y'all, that is obesity. That's not even talking about overweight, people that are just unhealthy and overweight. That is straight up obesity. These people are obese. So let's talk about some obesity related conditions, because I don't know if you follow me on social media. If you don't, that's okay. But basically 300,000 people die a year from obesity related conditions. And you can see why. Heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, cancer, certain cancers that are linked to obesity. These are all preventable causes of death. And people are dying at insane rates when we as health coaches have a solution for them. We just need more of you guys. We need more of us. We need more health coaches so we can spread this solution we have and help people to not go down this path, y'all, because I still have people in my family that are obese, and it is my heart to help them. And the way I do that is I show up every day. I show up in contending for my own health in the hopes that they are going to say enough is enough and join me and get healthy too. And that's what we do. That's the heart of what we do as a coach. And this is kind of crazy too. So from 1999 to 2000, compared to 2017, 2018, the prevalence of obesity increased from 30.5% to 42.4%, and the prevalence of severe obesity increased from 4.7% to 9.2%. And I know these seem like small numbers, but we're talking about 9.2% of billions of people. That's a lot of people that are severely obese. So our mission, yes, let's make America healthy. And will you partner with us? You know, is it something that matters to you? So let's talk a little bit now about what makes health coaching appealing, right? There's lots and lots of things, and we could go on for a long time about it, but I definitely want to try and keep this in a healthy time zone of what I told you, 25 to 30 minutes. So number one, a lot of people, and this was me, decide to become a health coach because it reinforces your health and decision to be healthy. So if you're already a fairly healthy person, that's great. You can still become a health coach. You don't necessarily have to become a client before you become a health coach. If you just love health and wellness and you're about that and you just wish you had a way to help people, you can become a health coach and start giving people tools that actually work, that are proven, that are scientifically supported to help people lose weight and to get healthy. Purpose and fulfillment. I have lots of friends that were in nursing, are in the medical field, and this doesn't just pertain to them, but it pertains to anyone that's looking for something. You know, this is a big one with stay-at-home parents. You want something, you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, right? It's so awesome when you get to tap into a community of thousands of coaches that are helping millions of people. That's huge. We're a part of something huge, y'all. And that gives stay-at-home parents specifically, but also other people that just care about, the health and wellness of their family and friends, some purpose and some fulfillment. And that matters. That's actually going back to the Trilogy of Health. That's part of our Trilogy of Health, is having that purpose and fulfillment. Because truth be told, a lot of people don't get that from their job. You're going to your job because it gives you a paycheck, but you're not really getting purpose from it. You're not really getting fulfillment from it. So something to consider. Income, obviously, I transitioned myself from a full-time nurse to full-time health coach and offset all that income. And the sky's not even the limit, y'all, with how much you can earn with OPTAVIA. And I don't want to spend a lot of time here because that's not what we're about. But at the same time, I want you to understand that we do get paid well for doing good. And if you can tell me a better way to make money than to actually invest in the lives of other people, a more fulfilling way, a more purpose-filled way than investing in the lives of other people, please tell me. Like, send me a private message and say, hey, I got a better way, because I want to know. Because legit, to me, best thing ever. And I have no shame or, I don't feel guilty because I make money as a health coach. I legit help people change their life. That's what I do. And, I love it. And it's amazing. And so what I was definitely put on earth to do was to help people. And this fills my cup so much that I could talk about it a long time, but I'm not. So flexibility and fun. Obviously, you can work from anywhere. Health coaching, like this, booyah, you can health coach wherever you got service, because all it takes is for you to pick up that phone, message some people, call some people, connect with them on social media, whatever that looks like for you. I went to Hawaii last month, worked in Hawaii. We're going to Nassau next month, gonna work in Nassau, and I'm gonna have fun too. But that's kind of the point, right? Like I get the opportunity to work from anywhere because I became a health coach. So I get to work and play all the time. I don't work for the weekends anymore, right? And I used to actually be the opposite because I worked weekend option. But how many of y'all watching this work for the weekend? You're like, TGIF all the time. Like, thank God it's Friday. I finally get a break, right? That job is killing me. That's not how health coaching is. Health coaching gives me so much joy. It gives me so much peace and pleasure to help people. And now the beautiful thing is I have married those two things, and I don't dread working because I love what I do. But I also get to intermingle work with play. So I do all of it all the time. So hopefully that hit home with some of you. Leaving a legacy of health. This one's really important for me. Maybe it's not for you, but I want my kids to know what health looks like, to be able to talk about health. I want their kids to know what health looks like, be able to talk about health. I grew up in a pretty unhealthy family, as did a lot of people in this area. And so being able to shift from that place of that's all I ever knew to a place of I am constantly learning how to improve my life and the life of everyone that I come in contact with is a huge shift. And, letting my kids be a part of that journey and knowing that they now make healthier choices because of the healthier choices that me and my wife make, and that makes my heart like ready to explode, because I know that they will not go through the same thing that I went through as far as not knowing what to do, right? They might still choose, but they're not going to do it because they didn't know better. Number 6, retirement. So 40, 40, 40 are like, what is that? 40, 40, 40. So what does that look like? That means most people work 40 years for $40,000 or 40 hours for $40,000 a year for 40 years, and then they retire. And they barely get by on retirement, right? That's what most people do. They're just like chugging along. Work 40 hours a week for 40 years, or for $40,000 a year. So I can do that for 40 years and then I can retire. Yes, and live in poverty. Most of people are doing that. It's not fun. This is an option for people that are looking at retirement to just create some more income, obviously, but also give you some purpose and fulfillment outside of retirement. And that's a powerful thing. Freedom, I've hit on that a few times already, so that's kind of a no-brainer as far as what I'm talking about. But freedom in all different areas, just time, finances, you know, whatever freedom looks like to you. Low startup costs, no inventory, talked about that as well, but just to kind of reiterate, there's a very minimal cost to become a health coach. And unlike most things, you don't have to buy anything every month to be a health coach, nor do you have to keep inventory to maintain as a health coach. No one's going to knock on your door and say, you haven't purchased anything this month, because that's not how OPTAVIA works. We don't want like wholesalers. That's not what we want as health coaches. We want people that are passionate about helping other people and really desire to create health with everyone in their life that they touch, and not do it, you know, from a salesy standpoint. Do it because you are passionate about it, because you love it. And don't, no quotas, right? That's the next one that kind of ties into. You don't have any quotas to match every month, because we're not about that life. We're about you doing what you want to do and pouring into the people around you that you want to help. And if you had like a minimum monthly like investment you had to make, then that drives you to a quota. Like, I got to keep this many clients every month. We don't do that. There's not integrity in that. And our company has integrity. 10, training and support. Y'all, I'll say one thing. Training and support with OPTAVIA is freaking amazing. And it's mostly free. Like, it's crazy that we get all this. And we are based on a relational model. And I say this for last, and I've kind of hit on this some, but what we do is we match clients to a plan that fits them best and then coach them one-on-one. There's no sales and sayonara. There's no good luck, you got this, it's going to be amazing, talk to you never. We is a partnership as health coaches. So last question, and I'm going to leave you guys with this, and I ran over a couple minutes, but if you keep doing what you are currently, will you ever have freedom? That's something to think about, because OPTAVIA offers people freedom. That is a huge bonus to becoming a health coach. And you get to change the lives of other people. And, you know, in closing, all that really looks like, just to really simplify everything, is most of our people that become coaches were clients. They loved the program. They had friends and family that were, hey, what are you doing? Hey, you look good. What is this? What are you eating? All these things. You get all these questions. And they decided to become a health coach because they wanted to help the people in their communities get healthy themselves. That's powerful. You know, it's like, we don't recruit people. You know, we don't just look for someone to come into our business to make a bunch of money. We love to partner with people that have a heart to help and serve other people. And so we have this beautiful community of health coaches that not only, you know, as a client do we surround, you know, people with a community that lifts them up and supports and encourages them. When you step into health coaching, you get a whole nother level of that. You get a whole nother layer of support, guidance, love, understanding. We're doing this together. And it's really just, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced in my life. So that's why I do calls like this. That's why I continue to invite people into our community, because it is life-changing. Yes, you can get healthy in your body by following the program, eating the fuelings. You can change your whole life and the legacy of health you leave behind by stepping into health coaching and starting to empower other people to do the same. So thank you for watching. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all have an amazing night. And man, if you have any questions about health coaching, please reach out to the person that invited you to this Zoom or this webinar or whatever you want to call it, this live video. Reach out to them and say, okay, I think I want to know some more about this health coaching thing. And they will connect with you and get you started. All right, friends, have a great night. Love y'all. Bye.